friends, it's Nicole Scott from the Gorgeous Gray Movement. I am so excited that we have a special guest from Canada. Yay, Frankie.
Hey, hello. Hi, Nicole. Thanks for having
Hi.
me.
Yeah, thanks for being here. So I wanted to just let you guys know where you can follow Frankie. So she actually started before me. So I like to say that she's one of my superheroes that started before me. So she goes back to July 2018. And as most of you know, I started in October. So her Instagram handle, so you can follow her, is to get more inspiration, is naturally_silver. And we will put the link below so that you can just be reminded to go follow her. So Frankie, let's dive in. You're a young mom
Yes.
and you started this journey 2 years ago before, I think, well, before the pandemic. So you did it before it was cool and on trend and kind of accepting. Like, what the heck? Why did you decide to ditch the dye? Living in a society where gray, silver is not cool until we're like grandparents.
Yeah, you're right. That a lot of people thought like that, but what what made me think to do it was a couple years before I started. It started coming out that people were dyeing their hair gray. Maybe not many, but it was a thing, and they called it granny hair. And they were dyeing their hair gray, and I thought, well, I have this underneath my dye. It's there. Would it look good? I wondered, and some people talked me out of it. They thought, no, no, don't let it go. If you dyed, it might look good, but it doesn't look good if it's natural for some reason. And then I decided to just try it out. I decided to trust my gut.
I love it.
Mhm.
And so what was your transition? I mean, I love the color of your hair because it looks like ombre, right? It's got this like
Well,
ombre going on.
it's because I got a haircut,
Yeah.
and they trimmed the top, so it's a little shorter, and that's all my silver. I got a lot of dark underneath.
Yeah.
It's darker under there just naturally, so it looks like
It
ombre sort of.
looks beautiful. It actually looks like it's professionally done. And it looks like there's this kind of like cool look that you're going for, but Mother Nature just did
Yeah.
it all on her own. So what was your transition like? What did you choose? Because you know, and a lot of women will be watching this, is there are many different options. What option did you consider, but then finally chose?
I want to say it was kind of cold turkey, but at the time I was trying to just find the easiest thing because I was sick of dyeing my roots every couple weeks. So my stylist was giving me highlights and like blonde highlights, and then my the rest of it she wasn't putting. She was just letting that kind of be natural, so sort of blend highlights and gray, and that I was starting to see my natural color, and I thought, you know what, I am going to give this a shot. So then I just stopped doing the highlights. So it was kind of like a blending thing, but not intentionally.
Okay, gotcha. And would you do it differently? Would you do it differently now that you've gone through this?
I think blending is great for people who want an easier, like, so it's not so harsh on your eyes, but you have to keep it up. You have to keep dyeing, you have to keep toning. So I like that route. I've also seen some people just completely go cold turkey, and although it's awkward, when you look back at your pictures, it's really cool to see it growing out. You know, you can really see it. When you blend it, it's kind of an instant transition, and you don't get those kind of cool pictures to look back on. But it's a
Like the
kind of a
wow
hard,
factor. Yeah.
yeah, but it's a bit of a harder way to do it, and everyone has to see you every day, so you might, maybe it's not that comfortable.
Right. Yeah. And there's not right or wrong for the women that are watching this, because I know, like, for me, I hunted to kind of like what would be right for me over two
Yes.
years ago. Right. And I was a professional speaker. I toured around North America. I was in front of audiences. And for me, I was like, I need to feel like I'm together. I need to feel like there's some type of blending going on just to feel good in front of the room. That was just for me. So I did the blending. But now,
Mhm.
with the new confidence that I found with my natural hair color, if I had this wisdom 2 years ago, I would have gone cold turkey
Mhm.
because of the message it sends and there's less chemicals. But I wasn't there back then. And so that's okay. What was your journey a little bit about what you learned through the process? Because I know for me, I got more confident, almost a little badass. I was like, well, if
Yeah.
I can do this and go through life, not worrying about what people think and judging me. Like, what else can I do? And it's just opened up more doors for me. How about yourself?
Absolutely, the confidence thing. So like, well, when I was dyeing my hair, every couple weeks, then the roots start coming through, shining, and I would see people kind of glancing up there. It was anxiety inducing. Like I felt self-conscious, I felt embarrassed. Even though I was dyeing my hair all the time, I didn't feel good about it. And even when it was that color, brown or blonde or whatever, you still have days you don't even like it, even then. So when I finally got this feeling to accept my natural color, all of a sudden you change. You all of a sudden have this new confidence, and people see that in me too. They can recognize that, and you feel better. I still have anxiety for some things, but not my hair anymore.
I love that. Yeah, it's so true. I remember when I would get my hair dyed, and I had dark hair like you, is I would leave the hair salon, and there was, because I had such little baby fine hair, she'd always put dye on my scalp to get these like little baby hairs. So I remember always walking around with this like streak that I was actually so embarrassed about, that I would be like, oh my God, like I would be, trying to hide it. And I tell you, it was so free when I finally stopped dyeing that I didn't walk around. It was almost like the streak of shame
I know.
because it's like, yep, I'm dyeing it.
Yeah, I would get that too. And it would last for like a good few days until you could really scrub that off and it stained there. And then after that, then the grays start shining through. So you never really are covered.
Yeah, it's so true. Now, did anything change in your health wise when you stopped dyeing? Did you notice any changes? Because I know there's a lot of women that say, I didn't realize that I used to get headaches after, like there was one lady that I mentioned in my book. She said, change my story because it's been 6 months and I haven't dyed my hair and my migraines of 10 years have
Wow.
gone away.
Well,
Like
that's amazing.
yeah.
I haven't noticed anything that drastic, but I find that my hair is healthier and thicker, curlier. My hair was just a frizzy mess before, and now it has like you can see it kind of just has a flip right now, and this is from straightening it, but it's actually
Wow.
quite curly.
So do you have natural curly hair?
I do.
You
I
do?
just don't do
Okay.
it that often, but I might get back to
Oh,
that too. That'll be another
okay.
journey.
Right.
Yeah.
And so how do you take care of your hair? What are some tips and tricks that you can share for women when they are transitioning or already fully transitioned? What is your secrets to your beautiful sparkle?
What do I do? I don't wash it too often because for my hair that like cause it to be a bit dry. So I just use a shampoo that gives extra moisture. It's Red Can. I can't remember what it's called right now, but something to do with moisture. And conditioner. Sometimes I put a pump of what's it called, Moroccan oil with my conditioner in the shower and wash that out. Or you can put it afterwards. Um, that's really all I do. Sometimes I've used a silk pillowcase before, but and it was nice. But I'm just not very consistent with it.
Me too. I did get the silk one. It was based on my daughter saying, Mom, I think you should do silk. So I actually just had a shower today and washed my hair. And so for a lot of women, they know that I don't wash my hair like once a week. And I just let it naturally dry for a bit. And then I just took the diffuser and scrunched it. So probably like you, I'm always at risk of dry hair. So it's not very often that I will use the hair dryer on my hair, but I have to put a lot of oil on it because it's so dry, right? Do
Your
you
hair
find
looks
that
really
too?
pretty.
Oh, thank you.
I
It's
like the way
wild
it's.
right now. Like it's
No, it looks
like
good.
I feel like
Um,
80s hair when like it was like big was in.
I know that's that. I kind of say I wish that I was this age then because my hair is huge, but
It's
I
you.
was just a little
Oh,
kid in the 80s.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
if I just let it dry by itself, no, it's not good for. But I put
Okay.
also curl cream, like I think you said you use curl cream
Yeah.
in there, and then I don't usually. Well, I'll just let it air dry, but for this, I use what's it called? I can't remember the hair dryer I have right now, but um whatever it is. But it's like it has a brush on it too, so I just brush it with the hair dryer at the same time. That's all I did.
Right. Yeah, I think Revlon has one. I've done a video on that where it's the Revlon one, and that's great. Hey, you just like dry it
Yeah,
straight. Yeah, and
yeah,
I do
that's what I
use
do.
that. Yeah. Oh, perfect. So there's your secret tool, right? To get like a smooth look.
Yes.
And then it looks like you have some layers. Do you have layers in your hair a little bit?
Yes. So if my hair was all one length, then you wouldn't see the dark on the bottom because it's like
Okay, I
my
see. So
most of
she
my
did the
white's on
layers.
top. Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
That's why it looks like that now.
Oh, I like how she did that with the layers so that you can see the darkness. That is so brilliant. You got a great hairdresser. Did she support you?
Well, this girl is a new one that I'm going to, but originally when I started out, yes, my hairstylist, her name is Aislinn. She was awesome. Like she never made me feel like it wasn't a good path for me.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what her opinion was, but she didn't she didn't give me a negative one, that's for sure.
Oh, that's good. And how about for the support around you, like friends, family, overall, husband?
Overall, okay. No one was like super negative about it, but I think people were unsure about it, including my husband, but he's totally accepted it and he still thinks I'm beautiful, so it works.
Yeah. Oh, it looks so good on you. I just absolutely love it. Any last tips or tricks or comments just about your experience overall to kind of give some hope to the women that are watching this and going, I really want to do this, but
I think my biggest tip is to follow people that on Instagram and just follow the people you think, wow, they look great, and just listen to them, see what they have to say, their posts, even interact with them. A lot of women will respond and answer your questions and kind of form friendships. It's like a community. And it really gives you the support you need, even if you don't have it around you or you're unsure. And that helped for me.
I love that. I love that advice. Yes, I know that that's what I did in the beginning is I just reached out. I watched some YouTube videos. I'm like, nope, not going to do that. Maybe do that.
Yeah.
And you kind of educate yourself and find the ones that inspire you. And then you just know it's a knowing where you're like, let's do it, let's try it, and then jump in. So that's awesome. Thank you so much for joining, Frankie, for your story. I know you're going to inspire so many people.
Thank you so much.
So appreciated. And for those that are following, if you want more stories of Gorgeous Gray, you can follow me on the YouTube channel, Gorgeous Gray Movement. You can subscribe to get notifications of the next video. And again, you can follow Frankie at Naturally Silver. Thank you, friends, for tuning in.
Thanks.